Hello, welcome back to Wired. We got to 50% last time in the game. To catch everyone up, if you haven't seen this before, this is a game that's supposed to teach you about electricity. As far as I know, it was designed by a professor. We'll have a look at that at the end of the game. We're dead. I believe our name is Melissa. And we died from a disease. We seem to have a patient gown on. My guess what is happening is that our husband transferred our consciousness into another person. We've seen various versions of our husband. He's recorded a lot of, and we've seen him really old. He built this as part of our legacy. Oh, it doesn't look like I can get up. He built this as part of our legacy because we wanted to build some sort of school. And after we died, he kind of just kept working on the school. After that, but somehow we came back to life. We're only getting snippets of information, and I've tried to guess that. This is a blind run. I've tried to guess that from time travel to portals to everything else, but at the moment my best guess is that he has basically saved our consciousness somehow and put it into somebody else's body. The game is supposed to teach you how electricity works. So we've seen circuits and fuel cells and currents, and basically you can see the speed of the current and the voltage of the current by the dots, the wiring. We've had a lot of that explained. I guess my only gripe is, as you can see at this present point in time, a lot of the puzzles is now wiring. So the best thing I can do is just kind of pick one at a time and then try and spread, because, okay, I've got that is where, probably a bit too low actually. Oh, that's better. But that's not where I want the second one. Basically, I'm trying to build a staircase for myself so I can get to the top. And to do that, I have to run a current a certain way through the machines. See, that should be... But I don't think that's... I think that's still too high, yeah. It's very close, though. That's what... Just can't seem to grab it. It's so close. I feel like I nearly can grab it. Another thing that's pointing that we're dead is you'll see that our cursor, when we control a machine, is a skeletal hand. Well, that's all over the place. But I think my biggest grief is when it comes to a puzzle game, you should be, we don't even need the middle one. We just go around. Oh, there you go. See? How interesting. Because the middle is where it's supposed to be anyway. Oh, far out. Okay. Got that now. And this is the second puzzle element. It's squares. Apparently we gave him this idea. He must have been talking to us over generations, actually. He must have been talking to us. We may, even though we were dead, our consciousness may have been uploaded into a computer or something, and he was talking to us and we were giving him ideas. We were in a machine, maybe. The start of it, we see the old guy. We ring the doorbell of the school, and he says, "Oh, it's you. Not ready for you yet." Here we just have to create the same pattern on the left hand side, and as you can see up the top where it says progress, the numbers are going. So we have to do this 9 times, and all it is splitting squares by creating creating the pattern by replicating squares so that it mimics the pattern demonstrated on the left hand side. And then what happens is the wall shifts and reveals a back passage. We can also take away squares. We can only create so many. So as you can see, I'm taking the squares away. That's going to... Ooh, hello. How do I do that one? Because when creating squares, they have to be of equal value, which that's not going to work on this. It's going to take me some time to build this one, I think. I can't see how this one can work. Yeah, I'm going to have to take away a few squares and then I guess just rebuild from scratch, maybe? I'll try again. So I wanted to create a square on the side, but it didn't do that. There we go. No, but the problem by doing that is I've still got 2 squares of greater value on top of me. I'm going to have to take them all away. And just start again. Oh, there we go. That should be right. And now I'll just push that up. Okay. Oh, that took longer than necessary, but got there in the end. 7. No, 6. Just take 1 square away and we created the same pattern. This game is free on Steam, so check it out. It's probably one of the best games on Steam, free. Like, it's original, it's a single player puzzle game. A lot of work has gone into this. I believe the developer took 4 years to make this. That's insane amount of dedication. Wow, 4 years. That's just, and he's given it for free. Oh, hello.
I think you've got the hang of the mechanical squares now. Time to crank things up a notch. Eh? Ha! In the next room, the frames will not be stacked up all nicely for you to copy.
Okay.
Instead, you have to work out how they stack up. Suppose you saw something like this. You'd think, well, how do I stack up these frames so they reach from the bottom to the top? Well, I suppose those two could just sit on top of there quite nicely, couldn't they? Eh? So, once you've figured that out, you have to imagine what pattern that would make in your head. And then that's the pattern you make with your mechanical squares. The important thing to remember is that the frames will not slide over to your squares unless your squares are exactly the same size as the frames. And you can use the grid lines on the wooden backboard behind the frames to help you. Right? Go!
Go! That made 0 sense. Okay. Oh, we got the same thing again, but with invisible squares. Okay. How do I always struggle trying to create the first square. I'm never knowing where I'm supposed to send the current. Yeah, I'm building squares. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now just keep going up, maybe. And I will... Good grief. No, I don't want that. Well, that's created that pattern, but it's not a pattern I'm after. Have to take those away. Okay, recreate. That was our husband, by the way. Oh, I've got it too late again. That was our husband, who's, I guess, been working on the school over the... Well, we don't even know how long we've been dead. We've been dead most of his lifetime. Like when we first met him, I guess he may have been mid-30s, I'm guessing. And now he's like old 90-year-old when we saw him at the doorbell. I'm getting this idea now. So basically you just got to... good grief. I was getting this idea. How do I create that? Because that won't even... I'm going to have to take one away. Oh, there you go. I did it easier than I thought. Alright, so... just take away the small square. That will produce that too. Alright, we're getting through this pretty quick, so... I think I've got to create a square to do that one. There we go. 5. Haven't got long to go, and then we've revealed a secret passage. Six. And what's rewarding about this game is there's a lot of breakups in videos. So some of the puzzles don't make exactly a lot of sense. It's just a lot of guesswork. It's getting that way, especially with the ones where you've got to, unless if I'm missing a principle, and I shouldn't be missing a principle. Like it, maybe I'm just stupid or it hasn't been explained to me properly. But I'm missing the principle. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Like, how am I supposed to get those two squares? I can't even take any squares. I've got to build squares. So how am I supposed to do that? Maybe I'll create a square here? Maybe I'll create a square in the bottom here. Or maybe the top. You know. Top or bottom. Whoa, there you go, lucky guess. But with the puzzles where you've just got to... the wiring is very pedantic in the way it goes. I'm not getting it. I'm missing something. Like, I don't even understand the clues on the screen to understand. Oh, here we go, another video.
I've been getting weird dizzy spells recently. Like, you know when you've been sitting down for ages and then you stand up in a hurry and your head goes all funny and dizzy. You know, it's like that. But I just get it even when I'm just sitting down. Probably just age, isn't it? Well, yes, I know what you would do if you were me, Melissa.
Well, what did I do? What? Get revenge? Have you freeze your head? Why are we talking about his... Oh, listen to the music. It's changed. Oh, that's lovely. I love that music. Anyway, why are we talking about him? His sickness? It was all about us. We were the ones that were sick and dying. I don't understand why we're talking about him. Unless... oh, don't tell me we're in his body. That... Oh, please don't tell... No, that can't be, because... ultimately, we can't be him, because when we rang the doorbell, you know, that was the current timeline. He was like, oh, it's you. I'm not ready for you yet. So that was current timeline. That was not a recording. So we can't be in his body. So why are we... Oh, don't tell me. That is... Oh, let's listen to this.
Fuel cell is delivering the full amount of power to two machines at the same time. Is it a special fuel cell, I hear you ask? Is it a special fuel cell? No, it's not! It's all about how machines are wired up.
Oh god, this I've laughed a few times at this at his jokes. I'm just wondering, and this is just thinking out loud. This is insane. If this is how it's going to go, he put us in someone else's body. We have now gone to the school that he created in legacy of us. I'm wondering if now he is dying and he wants us to do the same for him and put his consciousness in someone else's body. But he hasn't told us that yet, and we're not ready for that. That is mind-blowing. If that's what the guy's done. Oh, I thought I could get up there. No. I need that to be higher. That's confusing because that little stand is like got a wooden block, but you can't jump on those wooden blocks. So I've got to program it differently. But I'm missing the middle. I'm missing the middle one and this long one. Oh, that's the right height. That's it. Oh no, I've got to get the middle one now. Top. Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah, that's insane. What a twist. And if that's the first time I hope that's the case, because that's mind blowing. I haven't ever seen any work of art, TV series. I mean, I've seen the Reanimator and all, Herbert West and all that. I've read the books and all that, but that's a whole new level.
Could you try again?
Oh, Siri's trying to get involved again.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Siri, for some reason, thinks I'm talking to her. Where am I? Oh, that's solved it. Oh yeah. Just checking. Yep, that looks right. Do I need to? No, it looks right. Or maybe. Oh, I've got to get it higher. That's right. Okay, there we go. Got there eventually. And now we can get over that. Oh, good. Alright, what we need to do here, we're 57%. So I'll try and get to 60 maybe if we can. I've got to go to work soon, so I might not be able to get to 60. Trying to solve these puzzles as quickly as I can. Some of them aren't really easy to solve. They're just all over the place. Okay, so that needs to be, that is so wrong. And this is what I'm talking about before, is that the wiring, I don't see any clues on how the wiring should be. Like that looks right, in the right position, but now I've got to grab the other one. But this, I don't see any clues that tell me, okay, this is the proper way of wiring. Like, it's just guesswork, me just randomly running guesses, and that actually worked. And it shouldn't be guesswork. There should be some intelligence behind it, and maybe I'm missing something, but I really don't see it. Oh, here we go, another video.
In these rooms, the machines are not wired up in series. The charge does not flow out of one machine and into another. Instead, the wire splits in two. And some of the charge goes through one machine and some goes through the other. Now this is called wiring machines up in parallel.
Okay.
Yeah, no. But when machines are wired up in parallel, their power squares are placed side by side in the fuel cell. Eh?
Not understanding, but and ultimately that's the clue. Like if you just walked in this room and did not go through that clue, then you've got Buckley soap. So basically what he's saying is they're individually connected. So this doesn't work because they shouldn't be going through same cell after cell, and that just cuts it off. Okay. Oh, turn it down again. Sorry, I keep forgetting one or the other. So if I need to, I need these to run separately to each other. So they're running on the same loop though, and they shouldn't be. What about now? Oh, no, because the top one's got to go down to the bottom. That was close. What about now? No, again, I've got to get the top one down. Okay, so how do I get one? That way. No. I've got to get both of these on different loops. I'm not sure how to do that if they're parallel. That's definitely not it. I've got to do the opposite of that. Somehow. Maybe the top one. Oh! There we go. No, it still doesn't work. What happens if I push that upwards? No. It's not running on any loop. Oh! And then that there. Oh, there we go. Wow. Okay, so we got the two different machines on different loops, basically. Now again, if you didn't watch that video, you wouldn't get that clue and you'd be, I don't know, stumped, I guess. It would just be utter guesswork. This also looks like it needs different loops, but this looks like what I've done done in the previous ones, like this. Oh, hang on. Actually, that should go there and that there. So that's that one. That one works. But if I hang on. Okay. Looks like I solved that. Because even if I reconnect it, it'll still only slowly go up. So again, just reconnect, reset it, and that's it. Okay. So that was easier than what? We're at 59%. Oh, no video.
Against my better judgment, I did go to the doctor. He told me with considerable aplomb that he hasn't the foggiest idea what's wrong with me.
That's my life story.
Done some blood samples or something and sent them off to a lab. I'm not going into hospital, you know. One-way ticket.
A scientist that doesn't want to go to hospital. Oh, hello. No video.
This is the last of the mechanical square puzzle rooms. As before, the frames will not be stacked up. And to make things a little more interesting, difficult, some of the frames will be missing.
Oh, good grief.
Yes, missing. So you might see something like this. And you still got to think, well, how would I stack these frames up from the bottom to the top? And you go, well, you know, those two could just go on top of there quite nicely. And then there's a gap, which is a square, so that's the missing one. So you just imagine that pattern, including the missing one, and that's the pattern you need to make with your mechanical squares.
I gave you this idea in the first place. Why are you making my idea harder, Mr. Husband?
Will not slide over on top of your squares unless your squares are exactly the same size as the frames. I'll see you on the other side.
Alright guys, unfortunately I've got to go to work, so I'm going to leave it here. It's the last puzzle, wall puzzle. Until then, bye for now.